As we're heading out on this Friday morning, it is dry, and we will remain dry through the rest of the day today. However, we're tracking our next weather maker that's back out towards our south and west. That rain will be advancing towards our area as we look ahead towards tomorrow for the final day of 2022. More details on the timing coming up.
The constant shootings, it's just too much. Everyone has to play a role.
At the dawn of the new year, D.C. passes 200 homicides in 2022 after a man was shot and killed outside of a popular restaurant. What we're learning about the moments leading up to that deadly shooting.
Well, it's resuming normal flights. That's what Southwest Airlines says will happen today. We have the latest on the chaos at DMV airports this morning.
And transcripts released what D.C.'s top officials told congressional investigators probing a violent attack on the U.S. Capitol last year.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
All right, good Friday morning to you. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey James.
Good morning. I'm Tanaya Wright. We do want to get right to meteorologist Jackie Layer with a check on our Friday forecast. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Tanaya and Corey. Out there this morning, it is dry, it is quiet, but a few locations are starting off relatively on the warmer side. And in D.C., we're starting off in the low 30s at this point in time, right at 33 in D.C., 34 in Frederick. Nose off towards Hagerstown. We're starting off in the low 40s, also mid 40s in Winchester, low 40s out towards Kaiser. Meanwhile, down towards Culpeper and Fredericksburg, we're starting off into the low to mid 20s. So a few locations, we're seeing a pocket of some warmer temperatures off towards the north and west. Martinsburg as well as Winchester and Hagerstown, we're starting at least 10 degrees warmer, even close to 20 degrees warmer at this moment in time in Winchester compared to yesterday morning around this time. That wind coming in mainly out of the south. We're seeing a light breeze between 3 to 7 miles per hour from many, aside from Kaiser, where we're at least seeing sustained winds at least 10 miles per hour. So wind chills out there. We're feeling like we're into low to mid 20s for some parts of the region. That includes D.C., Fredericksburg, as well as Manassas. Looking ahead towards later on today, still going to be tracking dry conditions, but tomorrow we're tracking that rain back out towards our west. More details on the timing of those showers coming up.
All right, Jackie, thank you. Well, turning now to that deadly double shooting last night in Southeast D.C. that left one man dead and another person in the hospital. This happened on Martin Luther King Avenue in Anacostia. And that is where we are joined this morning by DC News Now's Ben Dennis. He is live there after learning one of the victims may have been an innocent bystander.
Corey, that's right. More on that in a moment, but let's mark this. It is a grim milestone. 200 homicides in D.C. for 2022. It's less than 2021, but the scene right behind me outside of a popular restaurant, Busboys and Poets in Southeast. We are near Children's National in Anacostia. A man was found shot several times outside. He was found dead on scene. Somebody else was shot as well. Police said that this happened around 9:30 last night. One man found here, another victim, what they call a, quote, unintentional target. But police did not specify whether the person was male or female, nor do they share their age. And while no information about what any suspects look like, there's one unique detail here. As you had mentioned, Corey, from this double shooting, police believe that one of the victims might have been an Uber or a Lyft driver, but they did not point to which of the two victims shot. Now, D.C. saw a triple shooting earlier this week, reportedly involving several juvenile suspects, we believe up to 4. And it's this violence that police once again are pleading for an end.
We need everyone's help to help us with these issues, with these shootings. It's just the constant shootings, it's just too much. Everyone has to play a role. If you could please call us, if you see something, please say something and help us with this.
And again, about the numbers here, 200 homicides in D.C. in 2020. Figures last year, 2021, there were 226, less this year. Although still painting a terrible picture of the rash of gun violence here in the nation's capital. Now, about this shooting in Southeast near Children's National in Anacostia, police are asking for people to be on the lookout for a gray Buick sedan regarding a possible person of interest in this double shooting. We'll have more on air and online. But for now, we're in Southeast D.C. Ben Dennis, DC News Now.
All right, Ben, thank you. And one person is also dead this morning after a shooting on 7th Street in Northeast D.C. last night. Detectives believe 4 people were inside the shooter's red SUV. Now, investigators say it was seen going westbound on Franklin Street. So far, police have not released any information about the victim. Anyone, though, with details on the suspects should contact D.C. police.
And police in Fairfax County are reporting a crash involving a pedestrian at the intersection of Little River Turnpike and Medford Drive in Annandale. That pedestrian was taken to the hospital with what we're told are life-threatening injuries. The investigation is ongoing. And Southwest Airlines says it expects to return to normal operations today. The announcement comes after the fourth day of massive numbers of cancellations for the airline, more than 13,000 flights.
And while many are still trying to make it to their destination, our Dave Laval caught up with travelers who are eager to make it home after the holidays.
I am so excited to finally be home.
Katie Kolodzi waited 3 days to finally fly back to D.C. on Southwest Airlines from California.
I was very lucky in this whole thing. When the meltdown happened, my family could just rescue me. They fed me pizza, got to watch movies with them instead of sleeping on the airport floor.
Southwest canceled 64 flights in and out of Reagan National Airport Thursday, according to FlightAware.com. The airline has canceled roughly 13,000 flights nationwide since the problem started Monday. The meltdown created a financial strain on many people who had to pay for hotels, food, and other needs. Kolodzi says she heard some nightmare stories from fellow travelers.
I was very, very lucky. I had a lot of vacation time banked up this year, but there were a lot of folks in the airport who were single parents trying to get home to their kids, people trying to get home to elderly parents, people who do not have the very generous vacation time that I do, who were just like, I'm not going to get paid for the next 4 days.
11-year-old Dior Hippolyte and her family are finally on their way to Houston after they waited 4 days to travel.
This flight has been nothing but craziness. I just want to go home with my family and be safe at home.
While passengers arrive, the same cannot be said for all their luggage.
I have a 1.5-year-old and they apparently misplaced her car seat, so now we're stuck here trying to find her car seat so we can make it home after a long day of travel.
In all the chaos, Southwest still loaded my bags onto a plane, so they're in Kansas City now.
All right, the massive airline meltdown also affected active military personnel as well. Many service members are given a short break during the winter holidays, of course, to go home to see their families, but their travel is not covered by the military, and of course, those canceled flights can cost a fortune.
Well, it's been 4 years since the Fairfax County fire chief in charge of women's advocacy resigned, citing a culture of toxic masculinity. Now the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission is supporting the chief's claims. The Washington Post reports that the EEOC wrote a letter supporting former battalion chief Kathleen Stanley's claims that the department retaliated against her after she stepped down as the women's program officer. The commission and Stanley was subjected to a hostile work environment, and the department stripped her of her hard drive, kicked her off email threads, and blocked her from teaching at the local academy.
And a new policy is being introduced into Fairfax County schools to establish a uniform three-strike system.
That policy would mandate a school remove a student from a classroom if they disrupt that class more than twice. Our Max Marcilla has more on how parents are reacting.
I hear the mantras, listen to parents, but as the parent of a high support needs disabled child, I don't think I'm being listened to.
Jennifer Litton-Tidd fears Virginia lawmakers are about to respond to the needs of students with autism in the wrong way. They're considering a policy that could reverse some of the changes Fairfax County made when it settled a lawsuit Litton-Tidd filed. It addressed seclusion and how her son with autism was treated.
You can't change molecules by punishing people.
House Bill 1461 was pre-filed just before Christmas by these two delegates, Bill Wiley, who represents areas in and around Winchester, and Buddy Fowler, whose district includes parts of Spotsylvania County. The bill mandates all school districts in Virginia implement a three-strike system for nonviolent disruptive behavior, immediate removal for any violent disruptive behavior, and prohibits anyone from holding a teacher liable for taking actions to control a physically disruptive or violently disruptive student.
Anyone who is yet to be diagnosed will not be protected from the punishments in this law.
Although the proposal says it does not apply to students with disabilities because of state and federal guidelines, Litton-Tidd is worried because of how many students don't have a formal diagnosis, especially black students with autism. Studies show their diagnoses are typically delayed by 3 years.
And this law, like so many others, is dehumanizing, will be traumatizing. It punishes children for being autistic, ADHD, neurodivergent, and other mental health conditions.
And President Biden signs the $1.7 trillion spending package to fund the U.S. government into next fall.
Yeah, that deal wraps up a long year of multi-bipartisan legislative accomplishments for the president. Now, the president signed the bill Wednesday. This comes after a temporary measure was signed by Biden to keep the government open past the December 23rd deadline. Now, the package includes a $45 billion in military and economic aid for Ukraine, while $38 billion will go towards emergency disaster assistance. It also includes reforms to the Electoral Count Act in response to the January 6 attack, clarifying that the vice president does not have the power to overturn the results of a presidential election. The package also includes funding for cancer research, the Violence Against Women Act, and hiring more police.